Okay, I'm going to re-explain what happened in this one here. Okay, so first thing that we're going to do again is I'm gonna change 4 into x, so we don't have to put the multiplication in here. So I'm just gonna rewrite that. So 3x n minus 7x n minus 3 divided by 4n. Oh, this will become x, right? Plus 1 minus x n minus 1. Okay, now I'm gonna go and focus on the numerator in here. So you have 3x n minus 7x n minus 3, right? So basically I'm going to factor out this number in here. Okay, so if you're going to factor this out, let's say x n minus 3, okay, and then the law of exponents in here, remember that if we have, okay, x squared, and then if you're going to factor out x from here, remove x, right, factor out, you have to subtract the exponent from here. So basically, if you're going to factor out x minus 3 from n, you have to subtract the exponent, right? So from here, it will become n minus n minus 3, right? So it will become n minus n plus 3. This will cancel out, so we are left with x cubed. Okay, I'm gonna repeat that part. So if you have, okay, 3x squared, 3x cubed, okay, plus 2x. If I'm going to factor out this one, x from here, okay, we know that the exponent here is 1, right? So it will become x, and then 3. If you're going to factor this out, minus 1, right? Because we're gonna get factored out, so plus 2. The same thing here. So what happened is that if you have 3x cubed, n, and then plus x n minus 3, okay, if I'm going to factor out this number here, so that will become x n minus 3 times, okay, if I'm going to subtract this one from here, it will become, okay, 3x n minus n minus 3, right? And then just plus 1 at the end. So you have x n minus 3 times 3x. Okay, so this will become n minus n plus 3, because, okay, negative sign, right? So this is gonna cancel out, and then you have 3 plus 1. Okay, so that is the process on the numerator here. So now if we're gonna finalize that, it will just become 3x to the power of 3 minus, okay, 7. Okay, so 7, and then we factored out x n minus 3. Now for our denominator here, this one, the same thing, just like what we did. So we have x n plus 1, and then is that plus or minus? I can't remember. Minus, okay, x n minus 1. Okay, so if I'm going to factor out here x n minus 1, same thing. Okay, so it will become factor out, right? So x n minus 1 times, you know what happened in here, right? Subtract, so you have n plus 1 minus this one here, n minus 1. Okay, so n plus 1, negative, and positive 1. So this will cancel out, so you just only have 2 as the exponent. Okay, so x squared, and this will become just negative 1. Okay, and then this can be expanded as we have x minus 1, and then x plus 1, and then copy this one, so x minus 1. Okay, so this is your numerator. So the final answer here, okay, where's 7 again? So this one, okay, so you have x n minus 3, and then 3x cubed minus 7 divided by x n minus 1, and then you have x plus 1, x minus 1. Okay, take note, this one you could also simplify this so we don't have n. So if you have x squared, let me change it, x cubed divided by x squared, okay, loss of exponent, so you have x cubed minus x cubed minus 2 in the top, right? If you're dividing two numbers in here, so that's what gonna happen also in here. So you have x n minus 3, okay, minus n minus 1, so the exponents of the two. Okay, so now I have here, so n minus 3, so minus n, so plus 1, right? So this gonna cancel out, so negative 3 plus 1, the answer is negative 2. So x raised to negative 2. But this one has a negative exponent, so it should become 1 over x squared, right? So now we could rewrite all of this, okay, this one here, into 1x squared, okay, times 3x cubed minus 7 divided by x plus 1, x minus 1. And then return the value of x, which is equal to 4. And this will give you the answer of, what's your answer again? 37 over 48. Okay, so just substitute this one into 4, this one into 4, into 4, into 4. So 4 squared, okay, 4 cubed, and so on. So the answer should be this one.